Hello guys, welcome to Tarot Predictions with me, Radko, Hristoff, and tonight we're gathered here for the Pisces season that is coming now. Whew, Pisces, it's kind of, for what I know at least, besides that I'm no astrologer, for what I know, quite emotional season that may mark some psychic abilities, and this is why I chose today to do only two cards for you guys, because we don't need more. Hello Frank, we don't need more. One card will be what we are gonna learn. It is most likely, guys, because we are going to reach a very important conclusions from within, and as fast as we realize what we already learning, the better and the faster we are going to be able to implant it into our day-by-day routine. So two cards will be today, people, and they will be, first one is what the Pisces season will gonna teach us, or what will be the lesson we have to learn from it. Probably I will make suggestions of what events may force and trigger this one based on the card I drew. The second one will also hold what actions we can do in order to accept that lesson with ease. In other words, what we can do not to take it on a hard way, or what will be the best appropriate approach there to the situation that is yet up to come. So let's start with the first sign, that is Aries. By the way, hello guys, hello to everyone. So by the way, today I'm gonna use the Illuminati deck, this one here. It's quite beautiful deck. I like it, though I use it not very often because the cards are kind of stiff and they don't shuffle very well. Apart from that, guys, you make sure that you stick up to the end, because at the end, as always, I will take probably a couple of questions. I will take questions. I'm saying probably they will be couple, or they could be more than a couple of questions. We will see by drawing you one card, telling you what the card express for your particular situation. So Aries first. And I will just take a quick look on the two cards for Aries. Nice. So Aries are gonna learn King of Pentacles here. So Aries are gonna learn that giving and taking has its cycle, and you have to give in order to take. And this will force a very meaningful situations for them, especially for people that are holding a private business, people that are aiming to invest during the Pisces season. This particular lesson that they're gonna learn is, even though they make mistake with some financial questions, even if they do a mistake in some investments that they're gonna do, it will be rather a small one, and they will learn from it not to make that particular investment in the future. So they will learn how to stabilize themselves financially and materially. It is what I'm trying to say. This is the lesson that the Aries are going to learn. So don't spend on something that you don't need. In the same time, invest just as much time into someone as much time that someone can invest in you. So that regards to a personal relationship, romantic relationships, and on top of that, for romantic relationship, this card implants that you Aries have to learn that you have to stand up in one relationship, protecting the relationship itself rather than protecting just the partner. So even if you have to protect your relationship from your partner as well, if your partner is threatening your relationship to be ruined with some of their actions. And then, guys, it is what actions you can take in order to learn this as fast as possible, or what are the best actions in your particular situations. This is the World card. First, the World card says that you need to be open and aim to finalize what you already have and what you already attend, because the card says that a brand new particular actions should be engaged as soon as possible. So the old ways of you doing things, the old ways of you chasing your goal has to stop or has to be finalized. So something, a new perspective, a new perspective that you will foresee will emerge soon. When we're talking about the first card for the new viewers, that was the King of Pentacles. So if we're talking about your relationship here, your actions should be focused on an open conversations, guys, of how you and your partner are seeing one relationship. Does the relationship reach its culmination? And is the relationship has a room to go forward? So aiming to clear this particular issue out, it will show you where your new perspective lies, either in taking or aiming for new relationship, which will emerge frankly soon if you gotta step out from this one, or a new approach toward greater heights in one relationship. Same goes for one career. You should invest. You will learn to invest just as much in one career as the career gives you. And so if you're not happy from it, it seems that a new way of making money, a new way of working, a new company, new place there will emerge for you soon, people. So the next sign, I will shuffle after 3 signs. So because it's just 2 cards, and generally for these kind of readings for only 2 cards, shuffling is not even necessary. So the next sign is Taurus, guys. Taurus are going to learn. Oh, yes. Okay, so Taurus are going to learn 6 of Wands. You Taurus are going to learn a particular lesson how to be successful there. That the personal recognition, the actions and the approach of being above everything else, of presenting yourself as a conqueror, matters above everything else. Though there will be something very important here, Taurus, that you cannot do this by yourself. You will require a particular help, and this will also be a lesson for you how to ask for help. So wonderful, and how to ask in a way that you will not be declined, you will not be denied for help. The people will see a real potential by helping you in terms of that you will be able to help them after all. So you can expect after this time to learn that you are presenting yourself in front of the world much brighter than you think you are presenting yourself at. This being said, rewards are what is about to come in your way. So you will learn how to chase and kind of aim for your rewards, Taurus. So the best appropriate actions, however, here are the 9 of Swords. So this particular card here tells us that the rewards you are going to aim, and that makes perfect sense, will be a reward you have aimed in the past and you were unable to do so. Or your actions will be strictly focused, highly dependable on your personal situations in the past, guys, in your personal situation at this moment. But you will take some time, you will take your time in order to think, see and analyze what you did wrong in the past, see where your fears lies, where you're afraid from failure, what you think that may fail you there by your approach that you think is necessary to be done. With that being said, a brilliant plan, a brilliant go-to list will be created by you, and also that will protect you from making a wrong step, old mistake, something that can really ruin you, because the fear will bring sense into you during this Pisces season, Taurus. So guys, with these 2 cards for Pisces, I just want to put some quotes at the end. It seems that even though you are going to present yourself, Taurus, victorious, and you will learn how to do so, which means that you will penetrate very deep into troubles that you have, if you do have troubles, or you will penetrate very deep into how you can use existing resources you have. the actions that you will take in order to execute all this will not hurt anybody, because you will know that everything that will matter and all your gains after that will matter how clean you are able to execute your situation and your plan. And at the end, you may find yourself winning a lot of followers behind you, a lot of people who are admiring you, a lot of people who are ready to stand beside you, regardless of what is going on around you. The next is Gemini people. Really? Okay. So, lesson for Gemini, Ace of Pentacles. This card as a lesson shows that regardless how bad one situation is, there is always a way out. It's a lesson about nurturing yourself and sustaining something that is almost falling apart. And it doesn't have to even fall apart. It could be just in a state where it cannot be pushed forward. But in the same time, this lesson will teach you here that you got to sustain it to a phase where you will have the rare opportunity to further your particular goal forward. So this will be a lesson for you, Gemini, how you're about to sustain your business, how you will be able to sustain your relationship and your intimate relationship and your social relationships by creating harmony in them. It will be also a lesson for you guys who has a particular, I'm not saying medical issues, but people who are leading unhealthy life. This will be a lesson for you that you cannot keep going like this, and you got to change something either in your diet, in your routine, maybe going out to the gym, doing some workouts, or maybe changing again, I'm saying, your diet, or instead of igniting your car to go to job, to work, where your work is, let's say, 1 kilometer away, you got to start walking there. I mean, 1 kilometer is like, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes walk. So what you have to do in order to take this lesson lightly, in other words, how you can accept it not in the hard way. This is the 10 of Pentacles, guys. So the 10 of Pentacles here as actions would have pointed that you need to start doing what is comfortable for you. Knowing that something isn't healthy, you have to start doing the healthy way, which is comfortable for you. So that speaks for exploring of opportunities. It speaks that you need to start regaining trust into an old ways which you have abandoned. You have left, aside, you abandon them. You got to start seeking trust into the people around you, as we said about personal relationships, social circle, intimate relationship, and these kind of things. After that, if we're talking about business, you need to know that sustaining one business needs resources. So it's about further investments into one business, remembering that the business will go forward. Same goes with the career. If your career doesn't have a particular breakthrough at this very moment, you got to try to sustain the place you are, which means that you need to start investing more and more until that window of rare opportunity to further yourself in this goal, in this business, will present itself to you, and you're gonna catch it. So for you, Gemini, what I can say is that this Pisces season is gonna teach you on perseverance, which is awesome, is it not? It's just awesome. At the end of the live stream is I'm going to draw a couple of cards, maybe 3 cards to the people. So please ask your questions when the live show is done. I mean, when the readings for the signs is done. We got quite a long way to Sagittarius, Ajay. We're just to Cancer now. So for Cancer, guys, okay, lesson they're gonna learn. That is the Eight of Cups, Cancer people. Eight of Cups. And you need to know this lesson for you this season will be where you can lead your battles, where is profitable for you to lead your battles, and where isn't. Sometimes walking away is the best options available for you because a more prospective future is waiting for you just behind the corner. So this Pisces season for your Cancer will basically teach you that regardless of how much you clinch into something, regardless of how much you have invested into something, sometimes you just have to let it go, walk away, because a new brighter future is waiting for you, and it will basically a lesson for you, Cancer, that sometimes your efforts just doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth your efforts a particular thing, and it is best for you to place your effort somewhere else. In this being said, people, it is very likely that some of you Cancer guys, they will find a new perspective for themselves. They will find a new direction. They will find a new things that they will like a new routines, new people around them, a new deeds in one job. Even a new job is possible to be found, or a new relationship is possible to be found. Although it could be that their attention at this very moment when they are entering in Pisces season may lie into particular different thing. So don't be surprised, Cancer, if you experience a particular shift in your aims, if you experience an annoyment of that something isn't working out the way you want to work out with that particular thing. And you don't being surprised from yourself that you are letting go so easily. It is because, like I said at the start, subconsciousness here, it's the subconscious itself is pointing you a different direction, and the much you want to resist it, you can't, because you can't prove it wrong, because it is right, because it's just not worth it, and you better give 100% from yourself into something that will actually repay back to you. And what you need to do in order to do so. This is the Lover's card. That's funny because my bro is Cancer, and now here I'm seeing his attitude because he's very devoted into a particular thing, and even if that particular thing is not working out for him, he is continuously trying to push, even though that thing makes it miserable. So what you need to do here with the Lover's card is being harmonious with oneself. In other words, you got to go for what you like and for what makes you happy, instead of trying to push for what you have to push and what makes you miserable, in other words. Because we often do things that are making us miserable just because we have to do them. Don't be like this, Cancer. Make a very, very good decisions for yourself, not for the environment around you, if I may say that way. So I wish you all the best, Cancer people, with all these tough decisions, because it's going to be tough. You will always have doubts in the prosperity forward because you're not being able to see it. But let me give you that example. Let's say that you are dating with someone, but this someone doesn't really see that devoted as you are. It doesn't really give you that much attention, and it's taking the commitment in between you two much more likely that you're taking it. That will make you miserable, eh? And you continuously believing that this person is going to change. It's just not going to serve you well, and you just have to detach from this particular dating if you're feeling miserable, because a new person is going to emerge for you soon that you will feel more, more committed to, and you will feel that this particular person is more committed to. So it's also a lesson for a turnover. What comes around goes around, but apart from the King of Pentacles here, it will teach you completely opposite things, that if you do not receive something, you shouldn't give something. While the King of Pentacles for Aries is a lesson that you have to give instead to receive. So it's kind of vice versa here is the way I'm seeing it. Next one is Leo, people. And for Leo, oh, okay, for Leo, the lesson will be the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups, guys. Okay, so that lesson, first of all, is self-re-evaluation, self-assessment of where one is taking place. It is also a lesson that you shouldn't try to be such a perfectionist in what you're doing. It's a lesson that you need to first shape out the whole of the situation, shape out the overall view, and then focus on the minor things in one particular goal. Also, it will teach you guys that you cannot be alone and you have to allow someone to stand equal next to you, because that card, especially if we're talking for a romantic lesson, it expresses that you will feel somehow miserable when you can't feel the attachment around you. In other words, that if there is no flirting around you, if there is no hints, or if there are no hints from other people that they want to have something more than just a friendship with you, you kind of slumber beneath your feelings, and it will make you feel miserable. And thus, this will be a lesson for you that you always have to seek for emotional ignition, if I want to say it that way. If I may say it that way, it's what I wanted to say. And you should, even though you should search for emotional conflagration, something that will just explode your emotions. So with that being said, your actions, this is the death card. Now for the new people, because there is a lot of posts saying the new guys, for the new viewers, the way I interpret death, this is not unpleasant card. It is actually a very good card, because what you need to do, Leo, is break from a harmful habit. It is like break from old routines, break from old activities, break from old hopes as well, leave them in the past. It is like ending of an era here, where you have to wipe out everything that does not serve you any favor, but you cannot live without. So let's say that you are in a job that makes you miserable, here we are seeing, or you're working in a job that is not creating a pleasant emotions inside you. So you got to wipe out the idea that this work sometime along the way is going to actually start creating pleasure with you. You just have to be in peace with yourself and accept that it is what it is. This is what I'm trying to say to you with the death card. It is what it is. As fast as you accept that concept, the faster you start expressing your emotions, and you feel the positive emotions, the positive charge of emotions that is coming toward you from the exterior, and from the other people, from the people who cares for you, from your brothers, from your sisters, from your mom. And this will kind of give you a plan B, regardless of how bad one situation is in one of your fields. You will constantly be reminded to yourself that there is something else that hangs in the air for you. It hangs somewhere there for you, and you can always jump into it and clinch into it, which will give you as well a reason to live and to push forward. So it's a lesson here, guys, that above everything else, how do we feel matters. That's the Illuminati deck. It is wonderful deck, eh? So, next one is Virgo. Oh my God, Virgo. So what you're gonna learn from the Pisces season, that is the Ace of Wands. Now I am remembering one sentence for that card, and the Ace of Wands, I like to say that it is the spark of inspiration. So this season will teach you where you can find your inspiration at, where you can find that your talents fits the best. So with that being said, the quote says that I am the spark of inspiration, and if you let me burn, I will make you attractive, I will make you power, I will make you be unstoppable. And it is what you are going to be. You will find the fields, and you will learn where exactly you can be the best this season, Virgo. So it speaks for new activity, it speaks for probably new empathizement with people, it speaks for new projects, it speaks for a lot of new things, and especially if you have a hard time. This is very, very vital for people who has a hard time. It speaks for a way out of these hard times, especially for those who doesn't see a way out at this very moment. They think that they are doomed into this bad situation. There will be a way out for them. Also speaks for creative chaos. This is what you're going to learn this season, that everything happens with experiments, and you got to be chaotic about it. You shouldn't pull out from something that you have no clue how it's done, because you don't know if you can do it or not if you don't have clue for it, right? So start experimenting, people. Start throwing yourself into the unknown so you can see where exactly your talents lies, and where the people will accept your creative chaos with a happy faces. And thus, we do have the Tower card here for what you need to do in order to accept that lesson as fast as possible. Restructuring, guys. You got to place yourself under stressful situations. You need to search always the activity. You shouldn't stop in one place. When you don't like something around you, you should aim to rebuild it by tearing it down, which means that you got to create on your own an unpleasant environment for that particular thing, so it can be almost destroyed, but in the same time after that you're going to rebuild it again. Speaking for one relationship and for one career, and this card, even for one relationship, when I'm thinking about it, it could be that you purposely are creating an unpleasant environment for one relationship just to see how determined your partner is to stay with you to the very end, because everybody could love someone when they are going through happy times, but are they going to stay next to you when the shit hits the fan? That's the question. And I think that it is what you're going to learn here in this Pisces season, Virgo. Same goes for one career. Always the company can support you, you know, when everything is going good. There is orders, there is work, there is job, and that kind of things. But are they going to be by your side when again the shits hit the fan? It is also a question that you are going to be taught. I mean, you are going to be presented with an answer this season. After that, we are having Libra on the horizon, and for them we got the Ace of Swords first, and Libra will be thought here that giving a silence treatment first goes nowhere. Second, showing aggression, it gives you exactly nothing. Third, what does not serve them as a way of accepting it to be true will wiped out, and after that they're going to learn a hard way that if they want something they have to ask for it. So with that being said, this season for Libra, it seems that it will create a lot of mental activity where Libra will become aware of not just what works and doesn't work for them, but also about the situation overall around them. Does people around them care for them? Does those who claim that they love them loves them? And once it's cleared out, this will be the simple truth. Okay, if you find out that someone doesn't love you and that's your partner, for example, it will not change. So you cannot stay with that person hoping that it's gonna change. And same goes with those who are proven to love the other person. When you find out that this person loves you, even if you break up with him or with her, it will not change the fact that they do love you. Same goes with one career. If you're proven in one career that you have potential there, it will be an increased monetary success. You are going to get promoted. In other words, if you find out that you're going to get promoted, you will be. And that's the simple truth. It is about uncovering truths and how Libra are going to accept those truths. So basically, even if these truths are unpleasant, you got to accept them. It's the way of the Pisces season is going to teach you, because we have the Five of Cups. And it's an actions here telling you that regardless of what you learn and regardless of how desperate you will find yourself, you gotta keep on moving, guys. Only thing you have to do here is just keep on walking. Even though you are stroking the heart with a particular truths that are revealed in front of you, there is still something that you can hold on to, and you shouldn't give up just as easy as you may want to give up. So it's about a partial loss of a great dream that will happen as soon as you accept that, and as soon as you foresee around you what is there and what you can clinch on, what you can work on. You gotta keep on working on it, because otherwise you will lose a lot. So it is about a season for you, Libra, that will actually teach you that you have to work with the truth, and you shouldn't twist the truth. You got to believe in what it is in front of you. You have to believe to what you see, rather than some spontaneous subconscious push-ups, if I can say it that way. So it is about a logical season for you that may hurt your feelings at the end of the day, but regardless of that, you can get much more of what you give when you keep on trying to persevere for what you care for, Libra. Then we have the Scorpio season. So the lesson for the ladies, the Empress. For the ladies, lesson is going to be maybe pregnancy. I'm saying just maybe pregnancy, because this is a card for pregnancy ladies for Scorpio. So it's a lesson that shows you that you can get pregnant this particular season, or you can't get pregnant if you do have their medical issues before that. So there is some sort of a treatment. In the grand scheme of things, this card will teach you that your own happiness does matter to you the most above everything else. In other words, that you should start spoiling yourself, because it's a happy time. You should also express your love. You should kind of being compassionate to other people. You should start helping to other people, and you should start nurturing, being surrounded by other people. In the same time, this particular season will teach you how to create things. So don't be surprised, guys, Scorpio guys, if you find out that you can create a brand new things out of nowhere, and you had no clue that you could have done that till now. So with this being said, guys, that card will teach you also how to express your love properly. In other words, how you overflow someone with your joy without drowning them. Okay, and it seems that also this season will push you toward what makes you comfortable, and it will push you toward where your comfort zone lies, in terms of that you will not attend to the problems that are making you uncomfortable with them. They are making you kind of feeling down, and they are making you, or they are leaving you with no resources available after solving them. This being said, that makes a perfect sense why the next card is showing up, because that's the Devil card. And what are the actions here with the Devil card, Scorpio? You go for what you want. This is the only thing you gotta do. You just go for what you want. You gotta get pregnant here, lady girls. You go for it. You gotta be with someone. You go for it. You want a particular job. You go for it. That's the only reason. It is like doing what you really, really desire against what someone tells you, just because this is the social norm. This is what you need to do here, Scorpio. Yeah, Pisces last, Monique. Pisces last. Well, happy for you, Christina. Happy for you. In that case, Christina, then this card will actually teach you how you can maintain your pregnancy into a very good health. So it seems that this season will be a very, very positive for you. Again, I'm trying to explain the cards in a way that you can connect it with your personal situations, guys, because, you know, general reading is a general reading. That's the problem with the general reading, that is way too general. But when you give the question, that's another thing. So that's why I'm taking a couple to 3 questions at the end of every stream. I do, except from dailies sometimes, because, you know. But yeah, the question always, for one tarot reading, people, the question is the key. So next one, Sagittarius. Did I miss a star sign? I don't believe so. It's just, okay, Sagittarius. If I missed a star sign, guys, please tell me. So, what they're going to learn. Sagittarius are having the world, and they're going to learn that their work is done, and their work is done on a very, very major thing. It is like a ending of an era here, but in a very, very positive way. So first of all, they will learn that they will always have to add new things to their plates, new perspectives on their plate. Also, they're going to learn that you gotta face the world in a way that you are ready to accept what is coming. They're going to learn the hard way that they need to stay open for the environment. They're going to learn that sometimes giving efforts into a particular direction, it is pointless, and they gotta accept that it is over. But basically, that is a lesson for you people to know where to stop, and then search your happiness into a brand new direction, for example. It is also a lesson that hard work gives effort, and a long journey that you have taken is now almost complete, almost over. In another word, that you are going to, or you are about to collect the fruits of your efforts. Then the actions. It's the Justice card. A lot of major arcana, people. That's probably because the sun is not just entering in the Pisces, but it also a solar eclipse that is happening. So that's why I'm drawing a lot of major arcana. So with the Justice card, as actions. Though the card comes as a law and order here, what that means as action is that you need to start spread your resources as a time, devotion, material gains accordingly to what you have to deal with. In other words, that you need to be just for the deeds that you have to attend to, and separate your particular efforts accordingly to that. In other words, if you do have things, if you do have something major to deal with, you got to give something major from yourself as efforts. You should not try to find the easy way, because this card here shows and says that there is a easy way around it, but you will only ruin your maximum potential out of that if you go for the easy road. It is the hard work that matters here, because a hard work is what you gave in the past, and you have to continue do it because you're almost near completion, guys, and you shouldn't drop off the good work. Same goes for one relationship. You got to be just with your partner. You got to lay out down what you did, what sacrifices you have done for the relationship itself, and what sacrifices they have done for the relationship itself. And with this being said, where are you off right now? I mean, where you are going from now on. Same goes for one career. If you do think that you deserve something more from your career based on your actions, you got to present it. I mean, you got to ask for it again, because it's gonna be given, especially with the lesson here from the world. It's gonna be given to you. After that, we got a Aquarius. So with the Aquarius, oh, we got these two guys. So it's kind of something that I will speak as a couple of cards, because otherwise I may break the chain so you don't follow me. So the lesson here, Seven of Swords. The lesson here is that not everything is solved by you being calm. Not every beast can be killed with kindness. Thus, you need to now step out for yourself. And if you don't do it, you will just lose. You're going to be robbed. So, staying with strong spine in front of others, asking for what you have been owned. And it's probably a lesson telling you that who is not fair with you have no place next to you. Thus, you are going to embark a brand new direction here, saying by the Fool card. So it's like a breaking relationships. This combination here of what you need to do and what you're gonna learn is breaking relationships, walking away from people or situations which are treating you unfair, that are meant there to rob your skills, your money, your time, these kind of stuff, Capricorn. So you need to be not just accountable to yourself, but these situations, they will teach you how much you're worth. You are about to see how much you're worth, and according to that worth you place to yourself, which actually the universe itself places on yourself, you will take on a new road. You will take on a new road. So it's something brand new here. Something brand new. It is like an idea of yours. It could be a very small step, or steps already have been made, but you're not fully devoted to it, or you're not seeing it as prospectful as it could be. Now it will be the most logical way, most logical path you can go forward. This particular situations, which will teach you that you are not valued enough, will actually set your mind into a very positive state in regards to the new direction. In other words, you will take on the downs and the lack of prosperity at this very moment with much ease, knowing that it's going to move forward from now on, or it has a great future. So it is like a brand new activity of yours that you have to devote yourself to in order to smother down into I forgot the word, excuse me, and to learn, and to learn your lesson from now on, because staying into a place where you'd value it enough, it is just, you're going to get continuously robbed. That's the thing, and you are lying to yourself that you are cherished enough. So it's about you opening your eyes big time for where you are cherished enough, and where you are actually treated as you treat the others. So after that, we are going to Aquarius. Okay. So the lesson Aquarius are gonna learn, guys, that's the High Priestess. Shh. Silence. It is what you need to learn. So you Aquarius are about to learn, and probably the hard way, that no one knows as much as you know in terms of how everything around you works. So you will learn that as much as the others are trying to understand you, they will be incapable of doing so. As much as others are trying to penetrate through your ideas, especially if we're talking about career here, through your ideas, and to give them motion. So let's say that you have a particular idea in your job, and the end goal, I mean the the achievement of that particular idea is something way better than what you're dealing with right now. It's something very profitable. Your manager is saying, great, now how we are going to do this, and you explain them how you're going to do this, most likely they will not understand you. This is because the solutions themselves are a lesson that you are learning, and it is coming from within you. It is like an inner voice. It is like intuition. So don't be surprised if you not just know that some approaches are better than the others, but you feel that these approaches are better than the others. It is like following not just intuition, but an inner voice, because these are two different things, guys. Intuition, these are impressions, at least for me, people. Inner voice is something much, much more deeper than one intuition. So when it comes to this, what you need to do, withdraw, meditation. I'm not saying isolation, but solitude for a couple of hours probably, just so getting clear with your emotions and with your feelings. In other words, guys, if you do feel that something is wrong, you don't do it. Regardless of what the other people say, you just don't do it. You need to let your inner wisdom to illuminate the path that you got to walk upon. And then the actions, it is the Princess of Swords or the Page of Swords. So as an action, you gotta get in conflicts. I mean, you got to keep on holding on your points of view, on your thinking, because this card here also says that your thoughts will be independable thoughts as well. So a lot of conflicts there will arise for you, Aquarius. However, a lot from these conflicts will clear out the situation. So at the end of the day, if you are true to your inner wisdom, to this inner voice that is going from within you, it is coming from within you, you will prevail. You will be able to convince the others that this is exactly what you need to do. And thus a particular role play will be given to you that you need to play in all this, in all the situation. So people, if this is coming to a relationship, this is a big thing, because most likely you will be pointed where your soul bond is lying. In other words, if you want to say twin flame or a soulmate or whatever, I don't know anymore, but it seems that someone will bump up in your life, and simply your soul will be attracted to that person. It will want to bind with him. That's the thing. And you will be in thought that you cannot pull out from it. You got to stay true to your soul, to your thoughts. Then, if we are speaking for your career, even though your particular thoughts, Aquarius, are not accepted well from your supervisor, I mean your ideas and your solutions are not accepted well from your boss or from your supervisor, you will know as well that if you keep on going of what you have been told, but you still cling to those thoughts and to those ideas, eventually you will have that opportunity to move forward with them. And you just need that much to show them how profitable these things are for you and for the company itself. So it is like a lesson of you being patient for the right time and the right moment to come. And at the end, guys, we're having Pisces. Another two majors here. This is the Hangman, guys. And for a lesson, not much to being said. It is time for you, Pisces, to break from activity. So the more you try, the worse it's gonna get. And sometimes you just gotta have faith in the universe so the universe can solve your problems. In other words, you will be taught that sometimes the problems solve on their own, and only thing you have to do is just do nothing. That's the thing. For others, the lesson will be completely different. For others, the lesson will be that they need to wait again, but just so they can get a new perspective here on things. The Hangman is like a test of faith, and it's a test of faith in the term of that you need to go deep down with within you, knowing that you're not, that what you're doing is not just stubbornness. So you Pisces, we're going to experience, I don't want to lie to you guys, you're going to experience some difficulties in the daily routine that you have during this season. But the more and more you accept them in a way that you accept them as a part of your routine, and you do not do anything to wipe them out from there, it seems that they will align and start giving you actually benefits, people. So if you meet, let's say that if suddenly someone pops up in your routine that you have to deal with on a daily basis, and that person really annoys you, it's our personal reaction is to try to get away from them. I mean, it's to try to not deal with them anymore. And the more you try, the more it's not going to work, and the more stress you will place on yourself. So if you actually accept that you have to deal with this person on a daily basis, first it's going to get easier to you to deal with them, and you will be pleasantly surprised, because we have the star card after that, because this person, the very least, is going to open you a big doors for unfoldment. Now, what you need to do, guys, unfold your love. Unfold your love and use the time of no activity to plan big for the future. The star is like going in the clouds, above the clouds, seeing what is beneath you from an eagle eye, and foreseeing where the problems lie, where the prosperities lies, where your path is going forward, from where you have to go through so you don't experience turmoils and these kind of things. Also, the start points that you need to rehabilitate something that is almost ruined. And you got to give your support to others as well. So you cannot take care for yourself at this particular time, because you need to let the universe to take care for yourself, Pisces. But you can take care for others, and this will give you the most benefit from this particular season. So guys, with that being said, we finished the readings for the 12 signs. I know it was kind of brief, but I do apologize for that, people. I do apologize for that. Then I want to take a couple of questions, maybe 3 questions. So if you do have, I will pull a tarot card for every single question. Again, remember, questions that can be answered with simple yes or no, questions that regards to a timeline, or I mean, when. This is what I talked about, Erin. Is my career? No. It's not a question that I will answer, because it can be answered with yes or no. That's why this is what I say. So, or a question that regards timing, in other words, when I'm going to these kind of stuff, because first of all, you don't know that are you going to, and second of all, timing requires a spread, which means a professional reading. Okay, so let me shuffle. And I see here one follower which I never answered actually, a Jai. You're asking for your career, so I will answer you this time, guy, mate. I will answer you this time. And for your career, we have the devil. I don't know if you're a working mate or you're searching for work, but that card for career doesn't look very good. In other words, that if you're searching for a job, I want to explain you this. If you're searching for a job, it does seem that you will get what you think you want, and then it seems that you will not want it anymore. So it's again stress. If you do have a job, then you may expect some hostile behavior from the people that are sitting above you, supervisors or bosses, so they can kind of bind you to that particular place you're working at and extract more than 100% from you. So be on your watch out. Let me see someone who I haven't answered, guys. Why did it came twice? What it came twice, Crystal? The Nine of Wands. It could be interpreted many different ways. Why? What did it came twice? I'm waiting. So now I will draw another card. Erin, how is your career choice gonna work out? Actually, it will give you a quiet prosperity. So first of all, it's gonna work out into a, depending on what you're expecting from your working choice. If you have expecting to sit down in one desk doing only a routine, that's not gonna happen. You will have to deal with multiple things. Sometimes you will have things that you don't have a clue how you have to do them. A lot of times you will make a blind activity in terms of that you will not know what you are doing. And it will require from your particular courage and a risk taking. Also, it seems that with this card, you got to ask for help at some points. When you need help, you got to be brave to ask the help to come. So you shouldn't be shy. Oh, your question. So, Crystal, can I get a card? Yes, you can. And that was the Nine of Wands. You gotta prepare yourself, Crystal. You gotta prepare yourself. It seems that there will be an opposition or certain troubles that are coming. Now you are in a state of the calming before the storm. So, yeah, start gathering resources, especially patience. Start gathering and training your patience. Now, also the card implants that you're near finishing a particular thing, but it will not go without a fight. Also, the card says that you may become aware of an adversary that is around you that is kind of acting against you, pulling a hidden strings behind the scene, and you will be warned for where that adversary lies. Okay, so guys, thank you all for watching. That was it. Before I'm done, if you want a private reading, personal reading, check up on my website, and do not forget to check the promotions there which I'm giving. As well, if you want to support me, people, please like and share and comment, and also sign for my, subscribe for my YouTube channel. And you can find it by clicking here on the link that is in the post, or simply typing Radko Hristoff tarot predictions, and it is how you're gonna find me there in YouTube, which every video is uploaded there. So if you are finding more easy to navigate through YouTube, then it is where your choice will lie. So as always, guys, you have a great one. Happy Pisces season. I hope that all these lessons we gotta learn, especially I think some of the signs got pretty tough lessons to learn. I hope that they come into a kind of soft force instead of throwing you and destroying you, destroying your mindset. For everybody will be different. I'm again saying so. Be mindful of that. And the most important thing, people, the most important thing is to be open to accept that lesson. Now, why bad things are happening to us, guys? So we can evaluate the goodness after that, or at least this is what I believe in, because if we only good things happen to us, we will not be able to place a value into them, and so we will not be able to enjoy them. So even if the lesson for you comes through an unpleasant situations, turmoil, destructiveness, be ready and be open to accept it, because after these kind of unpleasant events, a good pleasant events are happening. Is how the world revolves, because there is constantly ups and downs, guys, maintaining the balance around us. So with that being said, people, again, have a great one, and see you next time.